Let me ask you something that might sound familiar. Have you ever woken up after what should have been a solid night's sleep, only to feel completely wiped out? You did everything right, hit the sack early, stayed in bed for 8 or even 9 hours. But come morning, it feels like you've been running a marathon. Or maybe the slump hits mid-afternoon around 2 o'clock, and suddenly you're dozing off in your chair. If that rings true, know you're not alone, and it's not just getting older. I hear from so many women in their 60s and 70s who say, "I'm exhausted all the time, and I have no idea why." That's exactly what we're diving into today. Real reasons, real solutions. Nothing extreme, just honest talk among women who get it. By the end, I want you to feel heard, uplifted, and ready to reclaim your energy and peace. You deserve to feel like yourself again. Let's begin this journey. You're not resting, you're just pausing. This might surprise you, but hitting rest doesn't mean just sitting still. We can spend the whole day in our favorite chair, watching TV, reading, staring out the window, and by evening feel utterly exhausted. Why? Because true rest restores you. Just being still isn't enough. When you sit too long without real movement, circulation slows, muscles stiffen, joints ache, and energy dips. It's like your body says, "Nothing's going on? Great, I'll power down." I heard from June, who said, "I sit all day, but I feel more wiped out now than when I was on my feet." I get that. What helps? Small, simple reminders that you matter. Stand up every hour to stretch. March in place during commercials. Roll your shoulders. Walk to the mailbox. Stretch while brushing your teeth. These tiny movements tell your body you're still in the game. The goal isn't to overdo it. It's to wake yourself up from the inside. 2. You're dehydrated and probably don't know it. Now let's talk about something powerful yet simple: water. Dehydration is a top reason for fatigue, especially in older women. As we age, our thirst prompts get quieter. You might not notice being parched until hours later. One woman told me she had water with morning meds and soup at lunch, and that was it. No wonder she was drained. The trick: sit steadily throughout the day. Keep a glass within reach, add lemon, mint, or a splash of juice. Turn it into your spa tonic. Yes. Bathroom breaks can be a concern, but sipping slowly is gentler and gives steady support to your cells. Mild dehydration makes blood thicker, the heart work harder, and the brain slow down. That's when fatigue sneaks in. So when you start to nod off mid-sentence, ask, "When was my last drink?" 3. You're carrying quiet stress that drains you. Next up is something we often skip over: silent stress. It's not dramatic. It's a low hum of worry. Health concerns, being alone, memory lapses, grief, or a too quiet household. I remember one woman who said, "I have nothing to worry about. I'm retired, my kids are grown." Then quietly, "But I guess I do worry about everything." Quiet stress triggers cortisol, tenses muscles, disrupts sleep, dims mood, and steals energy. What helps? Name it. Say it out loud or write it down. One woman uses a worry box. Write your worry, fold it. Drop it in the box and say, "That's tomorrow's concern." She sleeps so much better. Talk it out. A friend, counselor, support group. Just sit quietly for 5 minutes, hand on your heart, breathing deeply. Tell yourself, "I feel this, and it's okay." Silent stress can dull your whole self, but you don't have to carry it alone. 4. You're eating foods that drain you. Food matters, especially for women over 60. Comfort foods are often sugar bombs: toast with jelly, muffins, sugary cereals. They spike blood sugar and leave you crashing soon after. One woman's breakfast of white toast, jam, and a banana left her groggy by 10 a.m. She blamed her age, but her doctor pointed to her sugar spike crash cycle. Then she switched to a boiled egg, avocado, and almonds, and said, "I feel 10 years younger." Here's what works better: healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, protein and fiber to stabilize energy. Ask, will this meal keep me steady and strong 2 hours from now? Or will I need a nap? 5. You're not getting deep, restorative sleep. There's a difference between staying in bed and truly sleeping. You might hit the pillow at 10, sleep until 6, but still wake up unrefreshed. That's because you're not getting deep sleep, the kind that clears your brain and repairs your body. One woman slept with the TV on. She switched to a white noise machine and started taking magnesium and said, I dreamed. I forgot what dreaming felt like. What helps improve deep? Establish a gentle bedtime routine. Dim lights an hour before bed. Turn off screens. Sip chamomile tea. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Tell your body it's time to sleep for real. Talk to your doctor about magnesium or melatonin, but always get medical advice first. 6. You're not spending enough time outdoors. This might surprise you, but spending time outside is a free, powerful energy booster. Natural daylight regulates your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. Staying under artificial light confuses your brain and sabotages energy rhythms. Just 15 minutes outside can make a big difference. One man said, I started sitting on my porch with coffee for 15 minutes each morning. Within a week, I felt more alive. Even if stepping out is tough, open a window, sit in a doorway or on a porch. Feel the breeze, hear the birds, see the sky. Light lifts your body and refreshes your mood. 7. You're low on vital nutrients. Sometimes, the tiredness you feel isn't from poor sleep or lack of exercise. It's from your body quietly running low on the essential nutrients it needs to function at its best. As we get older, even if we eat well, our bodies may not absorb nutrients as efficiently as they once did. And without enough of these key nutrients, everything starts to feel harder. Your energy drops, your brain feels foggy, and even your mood can suffer. Here are a few of the most common nutrients older women tend to be low in. Vitamin B12. Why it matters. It supports your brain, memory, mood, and nervous system. What deficiency feels like. Tiredness, dizziness, forgetfulness, numbness in hands or feet. Why it's common. As we age, our stomach produces less acid, making it harder to absorb B12 from food. Iron. Why it matters. Iron helps your blood carry oxygen throughout your body. What deficiency feels like. Fatigue. Why it's common. Iron levels can dip with age, especially in women who've experienced the blood loss or have low dietary intake. Vitamin D. Why it matters. It boosts your mood, supports bones, and strengthens your immune system. What deficiency feels like. Achy muscles, fatigue, low mood, and more frequent colds. Why it's common. Many older adults don't get enough sunlight, and it's hard to get enough D from food alone. Magnesium. Why it matters. It helps with sleep, muscle relaxation, and steady heartbeat. What deficiency feels like. Trouble sleeping, anxiety, muscle cramps, low energy. Why it's common. Magnesium can be depleted by medications, stress, and processed foods. What you can do. You don't need to guess. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test to check your nutrient levels. Many women feel years younger with just a small supplement or a few changes in their diet. Also, aim to include nutrient-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts and seeds, eggs, and fortified cereals or plant-based milks, beans and lentils. And if you take medications, talk to your pharmacist. They can tell you if anything you're taking affects nutrient absorption. Bottom line, if you're doing everything right but still feel tired, foggy, or down, your body might simply need more fuel, the kind that vitamins and minerals provide. Once you get those levels balanced, you might be surprised at how much better you feel, clearer, brighter, and more like yourself again. 8. You've lost your spark, and that tops up your tiredness. This one hits deep. When daily life becomes routine and joy fades, it drains your spirit and your energy. One widow said softly, "I'm not depressed, I just don't feel much of anything." That's emotional fatigue, and it weighs more heavily than physical tiredness. But here's hope. Your spark can return. Revisit a hobby, try something new. Paint, garden, visit a friend. For one woman, it was painting again. Another started writing poetry. Another got a cat companion and said, "We nap together. I never feel alone." It's not about doing something big. It's about something real that lights you up. 9. Your medications might be working against you. Many older women take multiple medications, and these can interact in draining ways: fatigue, dizziness, brain fog, even low mood. I read about a woman on a drug that made her sleepy and another that made her anxious. A pharmacist adjusted her meds, and she felt like herself again. What you can do a full review with a pharmacist. Ask, "Can we look at these to see which might cause fatigue?" Ask, "Are there alternatives with fewer side effects?" Even OTC meds and supplements can interact. Sometimes the answer isn't adding more, it's simplifying. 10. You might just need more joy. Finally, true joy, not just happiness, but that spark that makes life feel alive. When days shrink to routines, meds, appointments, TV, without space for joy, even good habits can still leave us feeling empty. One woman said, "I have everything I need, but I feel like I'm fading." That's not depression, it's a joy shortage. So, what brings you joy? Dancing to old songs? Painting? Writing poetry? Planting flowers? Laughing over coffee with a friend? When was the last time you did something just for the joy of it? Joy isn't frivolous, it's fuel. It reminds you, "I'm still here. I matter." You don't have to wait. Invite joy in, one small moment at a time. And when you do, your body, your spirit, your energy all begin to glow again. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope something in this video spoke to your heart and reminded you that feeling tired all the time is not something you just have to accept. If you found any of this helpful, or if it simply made you feel seen, I would love it if you'd give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might need it too. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click that little bell so you don't miss any future videos. We've got so much more to talk about. Real conversations, simple solutions, and everyday encouragement for women like us. And remember this, you are not alone, you are not broken, and you are definitely not done. You still have so much life, joy, and strength inside you. Take care of yourself today, and I'll see you next time.